Uh, Welcome to all of you for the next session. This is our 26th session of this 10 days research methodology program. And now these sessions, research persons are well-known person in the, not only in Maharashtra, not only in Chhattisgarh. She is well-known in the throughout India and abroad. Dr. Kaveri Dabarkar. She have 27 years teaching experience and she is working Pandit RS University in Chhattisgarh and Department of Geography, Government College, MP, Chhattisgarh. He has published throughout more than 60 research papers in national and international journals. She has presented more than 135 presentation in conference, national conference, international conference. She has completed one minor and research project, two research projects. She have, under his guidance, 8 students have awarded PhD degree and 3 students have awarded MPhil degree. She has a lot of professional institute, member of, life member of Indian Institute of Indian Geographers, Department of Geography, University of Pune, life member of National Association of Geographers of India, life member of Pramoti Geographical Society of Kanpur, life member of Indian Society of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning. She have a lot of great biodata, but short of time, we will not hear her on her lectures. So I request to Dr. Kaveri Dabarkar ma'am, you deliver your lectures on research proposal. Kaveri.
Thank you so much, Dr. Phule sir. Respected Dr. Suresh Phule sir, Principal of the Maharshi Rajashri Sahu Maharaj College, and dear students. It's my pleasure to meet you and deliver my lecture on the topic research proposal, of course. First of all, I want to share my screen. So share over in a screen.
Yes, visual ma'am.
Thank you. Let's start with the topic research proposal, a way of academic writing. Myself, Dr. Kaveri Dabarkar from Department of Geography, Government Vilasagas, PG College, Bilaspur. Research proposal. What is research proposal? Do you know? Do you have any idea regarding research proposals, dear student? Have you any idea? Any one of you? Any one of you?
Participant.
Do you have any idea regarding research proposal? Hello? No, not at all. Okay, let's have a look on definition of research proposal. What is research proposal? Actually, research proposal is nothing but it is a written document. Who write this? The student write it. A researcher write it. For what? To provide detailed description of the proposed program. Whatever he or she wants to do in our research, for research, he just made a document, a written document for that. It is like an outline of entire research process that gives a reader a summary of the information discussed a project. If you want to do something in the field of research, if you want to, even if you want to write a research paper, or you want to make a dissertation for your MA class, then you have to, first of all, you have to determine the outline or outline sketch of your research paper, and that outline is denoted as research proposal. Actually, preparation of research proposal is needed because it facilitates the smooth sailing of the various research operation. Of course, during the research, we have done, we will done lots of things like data collection, data analysis, making of graph, and so and so, using so many statistical issues and all that. And for that, pre-requisition is must, and for that, research proposal must be prepared. What are the issues that concentrate in a research proposal? Yes, once you want to make a research proposal, then you have to concentrate your mind on some questions. What are the questions are? So what is the study about? आप किसकी स्टडी करना चाहते हैं? What is the study being made? आप इस पढ़ाई से आप तुम्ही या अध्ययनाचा काय तुम्ही प्राप्त करू शकणार आहात? Where will the study be carried out? यह स्टडी आप जो कर रहे हैं ते कुठे करणार आहात तुम्ही? केव्हा करणार आहात आणि कशी करणार आहात? या प्रश्नाला उत्तर पण आपण रिसर्च प्रपोजल मध्ये देऊ शकतो. याशिवाय what types of data is required? तुमचा जो प्रपोज रिसर्च आहे त्याच्यासाठी कोणत्या प्रकारचा डेटा तुम्ही वापरणार असाल त्याचं सुद्धा हे डिस्कशन आपण रिसर्च प्रपोजल मध्ये देत असतो. देन where can be the required data found? फक्त डेटाच ही नाही, परंतु डेटा आपण कुठून आणायचा, कुठून कलेक्ट करायचा, आम्हाला हा डेटा कुठून मिळेल, इत्यादी अनेक प्रश्नांचे उत्तर सुद्धा शोधण्यासाठी आम्ही त्या रिसर्च प्रपोजल मध्ये लिहितो. देन व्हॉट पिरियड्स ऑफ टाइम विल द स्टडी इन्क्लूड? तुमच्या या संपूर्ण शोध कार्यासाठी किती वेळ लागणार आहे ह्याचा पण हा प्रश्न पण उद्भवतो आणि ह्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर सुद्धा आम्हाला रिसर्च प्रपोजल मध्ये वी हॅव टू बी मेन्शन. व्हॉट विल बी द सॅम्पल डिझाईन? जो पण तुम्ही रिसर्च करणार आहात त्याचे तुमचं डिझाईन तुम्ही कसं फ्रेम करणार आहात त्याचा पूर्ण जो आउटलाईन आहे ते तुम्हाला या रिसर्च प्रपोजल मध्ये देणं गरजेचं आहे. And then what techniques of data collection will be used? Yes, of course, data collection is not only a single function or single operation during research, but analysis of data and the technique to analyze the data and derive the results is one of the important tasks during the research. That's why what techniques you used for data collection and data analysis, these are incorporated in research proposal, of course. In what style will the report be prepared? Yes, of course, if you collect the data, if you frame your research topic and then it goes to review of literature and frame all work have been done by you and data collected by you, data presented by graph made, mapping is complete, everything is complete. But the important thing is that you have to prepare the report. And in what manner, which style you want to prepare the report, then the prior documentation is research. For that, prior documentation is research proposal. Need of research proposal. What is why research proposal is essential? Yeah, why we need to framing the research proposal? Yes, of course, because the research proposal is a summary. Actually, research proposal is a summary of a plan you are contemplating for carrying out in the form of a dissertation. by making you put it down into a standard format and require you to discuss. Of course, research proposal is made with the discussion of your supervisor, and all this mechanism is intended that the research proposal is important. The need of research proposal is very, very essential because it helps you to order your thoughts. If you want to research on some topics, for example, if you want to study the malaria कारण एवं निवारण, अगर हमें किसी जगह के मलेरिया की स्टडी करनी है, then we have some thought process कि what is malaria, why it is occurred, how are the geographical factors affect the occurrence of malaria, spread of malaria, epidemiology of malaria. There are so many thoughts regarding malaria, eradication, malaria API, and also that. So that's that thought process. If you want to write on a paper, if you want to express, then we have to make our research proposal. Of course, that's in that way it helps to order our thought process. Then our it is present your preparatory material in a logical way. We have lots of matter regarding our topic, whatever we chosen. For example, as I earlier said, the malaria. So the research proposal is actually it's a platform on which we can express our thought process regarding malaria का कारण क्या है, मलेरिया का निवारण क्या है, मलेरिया कैसा फैलता है, वगैरह वगैरह. ये जो है that is all logical way में जब हम इसको प्रस्तुत करते हैं, तो that प्रस्तुत करना चाहते हैं, तो research proposal या making a research proposal is ultimate solution for that. And then highlight the way in which each section interrelates with the others. Yes, of course. Each section of the research paper is actually correlated with each other. Each chapters of your research work is ultimately correlated. Suppose we have made a synopsis on malaria karan and nivaran. So, and we write the physical features of the particular area, and then explain what is malaria, then explain epidemiological study of malaria. Then it means these all topics are interlinked with each other, and that's why the interlinkages, expression of interlinkages are it's essential for. Research, when we make research proposal, we have to think all over that and present accordingly. That's why it helps us to plan all over the interlinkages of our proposed research. And then it assists you in defining the boundaries of your study and the concepts to be included. Yes, of course. What will be the research area of our proposed research projects or a PhD program and whatever. So in a research proposal, when we make the research proposal, we have to define our area, research area first of all. And of course, conceptual framework of our study subject. Actually, conceptual research proposal is nothing but it's a conceptual framework of holistic research proposal. Yeah, researchers, whatever we want to do in the future. So the more you sort your ideas at this stage, the more effectively you will use your time. Of course, ये जितना हम बारीकी से अपने थॉट प्रोसेस को पढ़ेंगे, जेवढं आपण बारीकाईने आपल्या थॉट प्रोसेसला इम्प्रूव्ह करू, तेवढंच आपलं रिसर्च प्रपोजल क्लिअर आणि क्रिस्टल क्लिअर होईल आहे, जेणेकरून आपल्या रिसर्च प्रपोजल मध्ये
पश्चातापात पडशील. लय भारी आहे.
कुठल्याही प्रकारचं. हॅलो,
प्रवीण,
अनम्यूट करा प्लीज. अनम्यूट करा, कारण ये जो then it is used for assigning the boundaries of our study area, of course. So that once you define your study area boundaries, then you can clearly and effectively make your research proposal, and of course research projects also. Now we concentrate the types of proposals. There are so many types of proposals. Proposal. I say here. I say the word proposal. What type of proposal we have? First is a new proposal. What does it mean? A proposal submitted at to a sponsor for first time. If you want to acquire PhD degree, and for that you have to submit your proposal to university, because university is your sponsor body. So first of all, a proposal submitted to a sponsor at first time, or proposal being resubmitted after having been declined by potential sponsor, again so that it will say a new proposal. And then revised proposal means what? This modifies the proposal that is pending or it otherwise undefined. If you submitted your research proposal to board, to university, and the research degree committee denied, no, this is not perfect, the methodology, you have to change the methodology, and you have to say again, you have to change this. And so it again, you have to submit after correction, you have to submit the university again your again. So this is when we first submitted and sponsoring authority declined it, and then we again submitted it to sponsor authority. It means university को जेव्हा आपण परत देतो, तो it means हा जो proposal आहे तो revised proposal असं म्हणून जाणलं जातं. And then supplementary proposal. कधी कधी काय होतं की एखादा प्रपोजल आपण जर का टाकलं आणि स्पेशली जेव्हा आपण रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट आपण साठी आपण प्रपोजल बनवतो आणि ते प्रपोजल आपण सबमिट करतो, तर त्याच्यामध्ये आणि त्यात ते फंडिंग पण होऊन जाते त्या रिसर्च प्रोजेक्टची, पण काही कारणामुळे आपलं जे करंट बजेट जे वाढून जातं आणि मग त्या वाढलेल्या बजेटला परिपूर्ती करण्यासाठी परत आपण प्रपोजल आपण देतो. So this is called supplementary proposal. Supplementary asks for an increase in support for a proposal that has already been funded. The requested increase would occur in the current budget period and may involve the broadcasting of the project's approved scope. Since additional funding is requested, a new budget is required. अगर हमको कोई नया बजट नई चीज ऐड करना है तो हमको नया बजट बनाने पड़ेगा, and then again we have to resubmit the research proposal. Means once you have got the funded for particular research project and you want to added something, added time, added money, added budget, then you have to resubmit it, resubmit it to sponsoring authority. Then this is known as supplementary proposal. Then continuation proposal. What is continuation proposal? Continuation applies to a multi-year award. Continuous proposal requires the already approved funds for the next phase of the project. Typically, sponsors require a progress report and budget before releasing additional fund. And this is known as continuation proposal. म्हणजे एकदा आपण सबमिट केलं आणि आपल्याला त्या प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट केलं आणि आपल्याला फंडिंग सुद्धा मिळाली, पण आपल्याला वारंवार ती सेकंड फेज, थर्ड फेज आपल्याला घ्यायचं आहे, तर आपल्याला वारंवार प्रत्येक फेज साठी प्रपोजल सबमिट करावं लागणार आहे. Then pre-proposal and a notice of intent. Pre-proposal जे आहे ते एक वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टंट प्रपोजल, आणि ह्या प्रपोजलचा मुख्य जो पर्पस आहे म्हणजे the main purpose of the pre-proposal is to appeal the interest of a potential sponsor. म्हणजे समोरचा देणारा व्यक्ती, स्पॉन्सरिंग एजन्सी जो आहे तो आपल्या प्रपोजलच्या बाबतीत किती इंटरेस्टेड आहे हे जाणून घेण्यासाठी आपण इनिशियली प्री प्रपोजल आपण पाठवतो त्या स्पॉन्सरिंग एजन्सीला. Then solicited proposals. Solicited proposals are those that are written and submitted in response to the issuance of a request for proposals. A document that identified a specific research problem of interest to a funding agency. समजा पुढे एखादी अथॉरिटी आहे आणि त्याला मलेरियाचे कारणावर मलेरिया पर्टिक्युलर एरियामध्ये मलेरिया का पसरतो आहे त्याचे काय रिझन आहे त्या ट्रायबल एरियाचे व्यक्ती मलेरियाच्या बचावासाठी काय करतात अनेक प्रश्न त्या समजा मलेरिया विभागला जाणून घ्यायचे आहे तर तो त्याच्यासाठी फंडिंग करतो म्हणजे हा स्पेसिफिक प्रॉब्लेमला सॉल्व्ह करण्याच्या दिशेने तो फंडिंग करतो तो प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च करतो अँड देन वी द रिसर्चर या वी द अकॅडमिशियन follow that guidelines and submit the proposal, and this form of the proposal is noted as solicited proposal. Then unsolicited proposal. Solicited proposals are those proposals that are submitted by an investigator in response to a general call for proposal that is issued by a funding agency or company in a field or area of study. किसी भी एरिया की स्टडी के लिए किसी भी कारण से एक जनरल जो कॉल ऑफ रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट होता है उसके तहत अगर अपन ने प्रोजेक्ट बनाया अगर इसके तहत अपन ने रिसर्च प्रपोजल सबमिट किया तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अनसॉलिसिटेटेड प्रपोजल्स. Then do you understand solicited or unsolicited proposal? Solicited means specific to the proposal which denotes a specific problem, to study the specific problem by specific agency, and unsolicited means generalized call of research proposal. Then renewable or competing proposal are requested or continued support for an existing process that is that is about terminate and form sponsorous viewpoint generally have some status as an unsolicited. So sometimes we want to renewal of our proposal. Maybe it is not up to the mark of sponsor agencies. That's why we renewal this proposal. So these are the types of research proposal. Now, techniques for preparing research proposal. Let's have a look at the techniques for preparing research proposal. A good place to begin preparing a research proposal is to ask yourself a serious question. When we start the research, if you want to start a PhD, then you have to question yourself first. की मला काय करायचं आहे मला कशाचा अभ्यास करायचा आहे आणि का हा अभ्यास करायचा आहे हे एक महत्त्वाचा प्रश्न आहे कारण ह्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त जर का जोपर्यंत आपल्याला हे प्रश्न उद्भवणार नाही तोपर्यंत आपण टॉपिक सुद्धा डिसाइड करू शकत नाही कारण की एकदा जर का आपण कुठे एखाद्या रिसर्च साठी गेलो किंवा पीएचडी आपल्या गाईड जवळ गेलो तो गाईड पहिले तुम्हाला विचारतो की तुम्हाला कशा बाबा रे तुला कुठल्या विषय आवडतो तुला का तो जर का तुम्ही उत्तरले की नाही मला एग्रीकल्चर जिओग्राफी I like agriculture geography I want to do in the field of agriculture geography. Then why agriculture geography you want to do in research in agriculture geography? Then you say okay, no I'm a farmer I have lots of land and I have done lots of work in the field. That's why it is my natural interest to work on agriculture geography. That's why. So such kind of questions you have to be in your mind. So because this is the basics for this preparing research paper. क्योंकि अगर जर का तुम्हाला प्रश्नच उद्भवणार नाही तर तुम्ही रिसर्च प्रपोजल कशाचं बनवणार आहात त्यामुळे प्रश्न असणे हे खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे आणि रिसर्च प्रपोजल जेव्हा आपण तयार करतो तर सगळ्यात पहिले असे प्रश्नही तुमच्या मनात उद्भवले गेले पाहिजे. दुसरं हाऊ इज इट सिग्निफिकंट विदिन द सब्जेक्ट एरिया कव्हर्ड इन माय डिझायर. मी ज्या विषयाला मी जाणण्याचा प्रयत्न करून घेतो आहे तो विषय त्याचा महत्त्व काय आहे जर का महत्वाचं नसणार तर त्या रिसर्चला काहीही उपयोग नसणार. तो बिकॉज प्रत्येक जो रिसर्च होता है, एव्हरी रिसर्च हॅज प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग टेक्नॉलॉजी. ऍक्च्युअली आम्ही रिसर्च जेव्हा करतो तेव्हा एका ना एका समस्यावर चर्चा करतो, अँड देन at last we give some suggestions to overcome that problems. That's why the problem oriented or research is one of the important identification of the problem is one of the important tasks when you start, when you prepare research proposal. आणि हा जो प्रपोजल आपण एक डिसाइड केलेला आहे, हा जो प्रपोजल आपण ज्या विषयावर देणार आहोत त्याचं काय महत्व आहे हे पण तुम्हाला, ह्याचं काय महत्व आहे ह्याची पण तुम्हाला पूर्ण जाणीव असली पाहिजे. Then how does it build upon and hopefully go beyond research already conducted on my topic? आम्हाला आजकाल तर हे खूप कॉमन आहे की ज्याने जर का कोणी लँड यूज अँड लँड कव्हर ऑफ लातूर डिस्ट्रिक्ट केलंय तर दुसरा म्हणजे लँड यूज अँड लँड कव्हर ऑफ औरंगाबाद डिस्ट्रिक्ट, लँड यूज एंड लैंड कवर ऑफ मुंबई डिस्ट्रिक्ट, लैंड यूज परंपरा चलते रहती है. दैट इज द कॉपी पेस्ट, नथिंग एल्स. बट when you prepare research proposal, when you preparing research proposal, you have to be very conscious that your research what are which part of the proposed research is conducted already by any other scientist or any other researcher, and what exactly your contribution beyond that, which is formally created by some others, and what will be your contribution. It is another question. You have to be things over that. So then what exactly should I plan to do, and can I get done with time available? Time factor is one of the important aspect of preparing research proposal, because if you cannot complete your research within time limits, then there is no use of your research paper or research proposal or research project. So time bounding is one of the important aspect of research proposal. So whenever you want to prepare research proposal, first of all you think how long our research project going on, because तो आपने अभी ये एक बहुत ही कॉमन सी बात है जो आप सभी ने जानते होंगे कि अगर खास करके गवर्नमेंट की प्लानिंग के समय में ऐसा होता है कि अगर कोई गवर्नमेंट की कोई योजना जो है वो 1985 में लॉन्च की गई, स्पेशली इरिगेशन प्रोजेक्ट, और उसका टारगेट टाइम रखा गया 1990, 5 ईयर प्लान, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकली क्या होता है कि 5 साल में वो योजना कंप्लीट ही नहीं होने पाती है, और परिणाम क्या होता है, वो योजना चली जाती है 95, 96, 97 तक, एंड उसका परिणाम क्या होता है, उसमें लगने वाला जो पैसा है वो भी बढ़ जाता है, लागत बढ़ जाती है, सब चीज बढ़ जाती है. इट मीन्स time factor is one of the important of research proposal, and what exactly should I plan to do, and can I get it done in the time available is an important aspect of preparing research proposal. And this is one of the important technique you have to be mentioned. You have to be very careful. In the end, your research proposal should document your knowledge of the topic and highlight enthusiasm for conducting the study. Approach it with the intention of leaving your readers feeling like, wow, that is exact idea. I can't want how it turned out. This is the good compliment for your research proposal. That's why whenever you prepare the research proposal for your PhD degree or project or whatever else, even though MA dissertation also, so you have to frame in such a manner, such an organized manner that anybody cannot deny your proposal, and your project must be sanctioned in all sorts. So what will be when we prepare research proposal, what are the techniques for that, what are the framework, what are the research design for that? Yes, of course. You already know so many lectures may be conducted on the topic research design. Still, I want to explain you regarding my research proposal topic. When we frame the design of research proposal, then first of all we have to concentrate the title of our research. Title of our research. As far as the title of research is concerned, the title of the research should be specific, then direct, then concise, then meaningful, and then easily understandable. अगर हमारा जो टॉपिक है वो बहुत ही स्पेसिफिक होना चाहिए. जैसा जर का अपन लिहिलं की मलेरिया कारण एवं निवारण. इसका मतलब है it means we have to study on malaria. Malaria what? Karan means causes of malaria. Nivaran means eradication of malaria. It is very crystal and clear. Malaria, Karan and Nivaran. With reference to Korba district, Chhattisgarh. Means in which area we have to be studied? It is in Korba district of Chhattisgarh. Why Korba district? Because it is a tribal and forested and whatever. There are so many reasons for occurrence of malaria in that particular places. But if you deframing the topic of research title, your research proposal, then it should be always specific, direct, concise, meaningful and of course understandable. मैंने once जैसे ही हम शीर्षक पढ़ते हैं हमको crystal clearly and we can understand the which research is going on, what our researchers want to do. Then not more than 1 or 2 lines. The title of the research proposal is always in a limited form, 1 or 2 lines only. Then must accurately represent the objective and indicate the purpose of your studies. The title of the research proposal is always emphasis on the objective for that you want to research. Again, I just go through the malaria, Karan, Nivaran with reference to Korba district. It means the objective of my study is to study the malaria of Korba region and eradication of malaria of Korba region. These are the basic 2 objectives of my study region. So the title should be always specific, direct, meaningful, short, not more than 2 lines, and accurately represent to your objective of your study. And of course, study area also. Then statement of problem. To conduct a research, the researcher first choose the general area for his or her interest from among the wide areas of general areas that exist his and her research करायला इच्छुक असतो. तर सर्वात प्रथम आपल्याला कुठल्या विषयावर कुठला टॉपिक कुठला एरिया घ्यायचा आहे त्याच्यावर आपल्याला कॉन्सन्ट्रेट करायला हवं आहे. आणि एक जनरल आपल्या एरियाचा जनरल प्रॉब्लेम काय आहे ते आयडेंटिफाय आपल्याला करायला गरजेचं आहे. एकदा आपण आयडेंटिफाय म्हणजे सपोज करा लातूर जिल्ह्याचा जर का आपण विचार केला. Now we listen that there is a accurate scarcity of water. Water is biggest problem of water, especially in summer area. So if you made a proposal, then you have to be concise the problem of water of Latur district first. And background of the water scarcity of Latur district, and for that review of literature is must for that. If you go through the review of literature of water scarcity in Latur district, then only you can frame the statement of problem, especially water problem in Latur districts. Then indication of the unexplored characteristics of the issues or knowledge gap or research questions. Yes, of course. Unexplored characteristics emphasis on unexplored characteristics is another important step of framing the statement of problem. And then reason for undertaking the study. Yes, why you choose this topic, why you select this topic, it's an important aspect when you formulate statement of the problem. So these are the three important when we write the statement of problem. What are the three aspects of statement of problem? First, background information of the issue with literature review, then indication of the unexplored characteristics of the issues, and then reasons for undertaking the study. Why you take this topic. And then the third one is formulation of hypothesis. Hypothesis formulation is nothing. It's a variable testing, yeah, relationship testing, because it is provide the basic for investigation and ensure the proper direction in which the study will be processed, yeah, in which the study process problem will be solved. म्हणजे जर का आपल्याला कुठल्या विषयावर चर्चा करायची आहे, जर का आपल्याला सपोज करा उदाहरण जर का मी घेतलं परत एकदा मलेरिया कारण आणि निवारण कोरबा जिल्ह्याच्या संदर्भात, तर जर का मी हायपोथेसिस बनवली की कोरबा जिल्हा घनदाट म्हणजे डेन्स फॉरेस्टेड आहे म्हणून इथे मलेरिया जास्त आढळतो, तर ही जो मी हायपोथेसिस बनवली, तर अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट हायपोथेसिस आय हॅव मेड ऑल माय प्रपोजल इन दॅट डायरेक्शन, and ultimately we used to so many techniques and prove my hypothesis, because of dense forest occurrence of malaria is increased in Korba district. We have to prove this statement. This is called hypothesis testing. So hypothesis provides us the basic for investigation and ensure the proper direction in which the study should proceed. आम्हाला आपल्याला रिसर्च कुठल्या पद्धतीने करायचा आहे त्याच्यासाठी जर का आपल्याला दिशानिर्देश हवे असतील तर then you have to formulate hypothesis. Hypothesis provides the specific issue that need to be covered under the statement of it helps one to arrive the appropriate conclusion, suggestions and observation. क्योंकि जर का आपण हायपोथेसिस प्रूव्ह करू शकलो देन आपण इट मीन्स आपण त्या स्पेसिफिक प्रॉब्लेमला सोल्युशन सुद्धा देऊ शकत असणार आहे. That's why hypothesis formulation is another important step for research proposal preparation. Now comes to objective of the research. Objective of research should be formulated clearly and simply, which can be understood easily. Yes, of course, objective जितके क्लियर राहतील तितका तुम्हाला रिसर्च करणं सोयीचं जाईल. जसं मलेरिया कारण एवं निवारण जर का हा विषय घेतला तर आम्ही ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह लिहू शकतो की आम्ही कोरबा जिल्ह्याच्या मलेरियाच्या डिस्ट्रीब्युशन आणि डिस्ट्रीब्युशनला प्रभावित करणाऱ्या कारकांची व्याख्या करणार आहोत. दिस इज अवर ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह. And then epidemiological study of malaria is another important objective of study. If we have formulated these two studies, then it is okay. Means whenever we frame the objective of research, then it should be clear, it should be precise, it should be specific. एकदम क्लियर स्पेसिफिक एंड प्रिसाइज होना चाहिए ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. एंड देन लिटरेचर रिव्यू. यस, लिटरेचर रिव्यूज जनरली स्टुडंट्स आजकाल रिसर्च म्हणजे लिटरेचर रिव्यू करत नाही. आणि मला आठवतं माझे जेव्हा मी पीएचडी करत होती तेव्हा मला नुसतं 6 महिने लायब्ररीमध्ये चालायला सांगितलं आणि रोज मला सर माझे विचारायचे की तुम्ही किती पुस्तकं वाचली, आज तुम्ही किती रिसर्च पेपर वाचले, तुम्ही कुठल्या जर्नलला आज तुम्ही टच केलं. म्हणजे डे टू डे मला त्यांना हिशोब द्यावा लागायचा की आज सर मी हे वाचलं आणि ह्याच्यात हे टॉपिक होता, ह्याच्यामध्ये हे डिस्कशन केलं होतं. माझे जे गाईड होते ते डे टू डे माझं सगळं घ्यायचे आणि मला असं वाटतं की सरांनी मला जे शिकवलं आणि त्यानेच माझा हा रिसर्चचा जो आहे तो एकदम स्ट्रॉंग आहे. रिसर्च पोर्शन जो आहे तो स्ट्रॉंग आहे. म्हणून इट्स माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू, इफ यू want to do PhD, then you must have to visit the libraries of your university. Not only university, now it is available in the form of Shodhanganga in each and every university of India. The research work is already on a platform. that show the Ganga, you have go through the lots of research work done in the Indian universities, not only Indian universities, but in a current area that Google is available for everyone. Then each and every corner of the world we can derive the material for our research. So literature review is now very, very easy for you people. What is the use? Why we frame the literature of review? Why it is essential for it is literature reviews are important because it gives the direction for your research, first of all, and it also provide the literature. It also provide the various arguments, themes, methodologies, approaches, controversies, expression in your in the literature. If you want to do work on water resources development, then you have to visit to the libraries, and there are so many literature is available. Then you have to go through the literature and find out, oh, this is the method. Oh, he used this one. Oh, you do this one. And then we have we have lots of reason is expansion. As far as the subject is concerned, if you go deep study in our field, then our vision will be broad and broad and broad, and it helps to prepare a best research proposal for research. Then justification. Justification in this section, researchers needs to justify the importance of the study, and this section covered the various issues like relevance and importance of the study. तुम्ही ज्या विषयावर अध्ययन करताय त्याचं महत्त्व काय, त्याची प्रासंगिकता काय आहे, या सगळ्या विषयावर तुम्हाला जाणीव होते. Then practical application of the study output. तुम्ही जो रिसर्च करणार आहे त्याचा जो आउटपुट निघणार आहे त्याचा परिणाम समाजावर कसा होणार आहे, किंवा त्या क्षेत्राच्या ज्या क्षेत्रासाठी तुम्ही हे कार्य करणार आहात त्याच्यावर काय त्याचा इम्पॅक्ट पडेल आहे, हा पण एक महत्त्वाचा भाग आहे. How the new knowledge going through the study will contribute to the solution of the practical problem. Any practical problem have solution, and the research proposal which you frame in that way, then you can find the solution for that particular problem. How the study findings will be useful, the policy formulation. Of course, any अगर कुठलाही रिसर्चचा जेव्हा एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर उद्देशासाठी पर्टिक्युलर समस्याच्या समाधानासाठी उपयोग केला जातो, तर याशिवाय जास्त इम्पॉर्टंट काहीही नसतं. कारण जर का आपण आता मोस्ट ऑफ द रिसर्चेस ऑफ द इंडियन युनिव्हर्सिटी इज इन almaris of the university only, but our research now it is a trend to do research in the field that are practically that has practically implementation. And this may be helpful for planning also, for state government, for national government, and all in all. That's why this is one of the important aspects of this. Then scope of this study. Under the section of researcher needs, identify the indicators, variables, and key questions based on research objective. For clear understanding, 3 issues can be presented in the matrix form. These issues can be presented in the matrix forms, and moreover, study locations are limitation with reason needs to be mentioned in this section. The reason, the study area, the study methodology, the objective, the questions, all these explained in the scope of the study, and of course, study reason also. Then research methodology. Yes, it is one of the most important part of framing the research proposal. Research methods depends on the hypothesis. Yes, sir. Whatever the hypothesis we frame, what are the objectives of our research project? Actually, methodology is interrelated with this. Generally, in research methods, we have followed a certain points like where the study will be conducted and how the study location has been selected, means sampling. Sampling, one of the important aspect of research proposal. How you select the data, how can you select the study table. Sometimes क्या होता है, असं आपण म्हणतो ना की त्याचा भात शिजतो, तर भात शिजायला पूर्ण भाताला असं खाऊन बघावं लागत नाही. भाताचा एक दाणा उचलला, तो शिजलाय की नाही पाहिला तर आपल्याला कळतं की हो संपूर्ण भात शिजला आहे. तसंच एखाद्या रिसर्च एरियामध्ये फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर का आम्हाला आपल्याला लातूरचा वॉटर रिसोर्सेस प्रॉब्लेम या जर का आपल्याला घ्यायचा आहे, तर लातूरच्या जिल्ह्यातील प्रत्येक गावाचा डेटा न करता प्रत्येक तालुक्याचे दोन गावांना आपण सिलेक्ट करून आणि त्याचा आपण डिटेल डिस्क्रिप्शन, डिटेल अनालिसिस केलं पाहिजे. तर ते आणि ते जे whatever the result we derive from that analysis, it is applicable for entire Latur district. So this is the process of random sampling. So where the study will be conducted and how the study location has been selected, it is one of the important aspects when we think about the methodology, methods, then what population will be recovered, kitna area of the study, then with it complete enumeration or sample survey, or case, if you want to do case study, then we have to be framed that case study also. Then what sampling technique will be followed to select sample units? This is another question you have to be solving that. What will be the sources of information, from where you get the information regarding your problem? It is another important part which must be included in methodology. Then how data will be proceed? The data collection is not sufficient, but analysis of data, the process of data is one of the important aspects of research methodology. So you have to be clearly mentioned the which methodology you have to use to express. For example, if you want to study the agriculture reason, so you have to make clear cut कि आप माजिद हुसैन का methodology कर रहे हैं या इनायत अहमद का methodology कर रहे हैं या फिर Jasveer Singh ke, on the basis of Jasveer Singh formula, you have to clearly mention the which formula you use for agriculture regionalization in your study reason. So it should be always clear. So not only data collection but data analysis and methodology you use is another important aspect of the research proposal. And then how data will be analyzed, and of course statistical tool used for your data analysis is another important aspect, and ultimately the presentation of data is another part of the methodology. Nowadays we use GIS technology for that, so it is the whole process of data analysis being smoother and accurate and good. That's why nowadays researchers has no problem. Then implementation of the study is the next part of research proposal, the research design. This section will cover information on the issues like the name of the institutions or the persons in the study, name of the researcher, technical assistance, guidance needed, and all that. These are the implementation of the studies. Then one of the important, if you prepare research project for just a minor research project, major research project, then financial budgeting is important aspect, because you have to given all the details of your financial budgeting. For example, contingency grant, non-contingency grant. If you want to purchase some devices, some electronic uses, then you have to mention all these, and for all that you have to conduct a interview schedule. Then how long your interview schedule will be, how much area you select for interview schedule, and these are and for that you need some financial assistance. So financial budgeting is another important aspect of research proposal. Especially when we submitted the research proposal for minor research project or major research visit, then the financial budgeting is one of the important aspect. Otherwise, PhD process, there is no need of the financial budgeting. Yes, of course, it is an aspect. A financial aspect is one of the important aspect of research work. But when we prepare research proposal for PhD degree, then there is no use of this budget. And then work plan. Yes, work plan. This section needs to include the time needed to complete the study and breakup of the entire time period. Breakup of the time period, breakup of the subject, and steps are mentioned in work plan. For example, if you want to study the water problem in Latur district, then you have to first of all you do introduction, then chapter 1 notes to Latur district, physical features, the physical and cultural aspects of Latur district, and then water availability. Third में लिखेंगे कि water availability in Latur district, then fourth water use of water, then 5 water quality, then 6 water problems, and then 7 recommendation and suggestion and conclusion. These are the synopsis. These are the work plan of study of water scarcity of Latur district. So you have to be prepared this very keenly, so that each and every aspect may be included in that. Then conclusion is one other important or significant of your research proposal and provides a brief recap of entire studies. Conclusion मध्ये आपण पहिले जे पण काही पण आपण या संपूर्ण रिसर्च मध्ये केले त्याचं सगळ्याचे ब्रीफ जो अकाउंट आहे ते आपण conclusion मध्ये देतो. And this section should be 1 or 2 this section should be more than 10,000 6,000 words, and emphasizes why your research study is unique. In conclusion, you have to be mentioned why this study is important, why this study is unique, why it advances knowledge, and why the research problem is worth investigating. आम्ही जो विषय घेतला आहे त्याचा खरोखरच म्हणजे खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे, त्याचा खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. आणि हा आम्ही कारण संपूर्ण लातूर डिस्ट्रिक्ट मध्ये पाण्याची खूप समस्या आहे. आणि माझा हा जो रिसर्च आहे या पाण्याच्या समस्येच्या अकॉर्डिंग कितपत युटिलायझेबल आहे हा एक महत्वपूर्ण आस्पेक्ट आहे, तो आपण कन्क्लूजन मध्ये देतो. सो a sense of how your study fits within the border of scholarship, the potential implementation of your proposal, research proposal is right in conclusion, of course. Then citation. As with any scholarly research paper, you must cite the sources you used in composing your proposal. In a standard research proposal, this section can 2 forms. So consult with your professor and about which one is preferred. And of course, references is another important aspect of research proposal that lies only the literature that you can actually use. You have to be mentioned the name only those that you have to read or you have to use. Yeah, you have to cite it. These are the 3 things you have to be careful when you prepare references. कारण जनरली असं करतात की रेफरन्सेस मध्ये जेवढे रेफरन्स मिळाले तेवढे आपण लिहून देतो, पण हे चुकीचं आहे. जेव्हा तुम्ही रेफरन्स लिहिता तेव्हा तेवढेच रेफरन्स लिहिले पाहिजे ज्याचा तुम्ही अध्ययन केलेला आहे किंवा ज्याचं वर्णन, ज्याचा उल्लेख तुम्ही आपल्या रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट मध्ये किंवा रिसर्च प्रपोजल मध्ये या पीएचडी थीसिस मध्ये ज्याचा उल्लेख केला आहे तेच रेफरन्स तुम्हाला आपल्या रेफरन्स मध्ये देणं गरजेचं आहे. And then bibliography. List everything you used or cited in your proposal with additional citation of any key resources relevant to understanding the research problem. In either case, the section should testify to the fact that you did enough preparatory work to make sure the thesis, the project will complement and not duplicate that efforts of other researchers. ये एक महत्वपूर्ण बात है कि whatever the research proposal you prepare, it is not a copy of any other. It is not, it is just original thoughts, it is just original works of your, it had to be, you have to be considered and start a new page and use heading references or bibliography at the top of the page. Cited work should be always used as standard format like APA or MLS standard में होना चाहिए. So this so this is the techniques for preparation of research proposal. Now these are the components of research process. First of all, we have already mentioned that the purpose, you have to decide the purpose of this research paper, then the research question regarding your problems arise, and then assumption means hypothesis you create, and then sampling method. And of course, after deciding the sampling framework, you have go to the data collection. For data collection, you have to select interview or schedule or group discussion, whatever the method is suitable, whatever the method suitable to your topic, and whatever the need of your research, you have to, it is up to you. And then research methods, which the data analysis on which you want to data analysis, then quality criteria, data analysis, then report writing. This is the common research design for making a research. Of course. Now let's talk about the consideration for good research proposal. एक अच्छे research proposal में क्या क्या चीजें होनी चाहिए. एक चांगल्या research proposal साठी आपल्याला कुठल्या तत्वांकडे लक्ष द्यायला पाहिजे याची आपण आता चर्चा करूया. There is a clear statement of research aim which defines the research questions. Whenever we frame the research proposal, it is essential, it should be, the aim of the research should be clear, crystal clear. For example, again I say, malaria karan evam nivaran, or Latur district water scarcity in Latur district. So we have to clearly mention that the aim of my study is to identify the water scarcity area of Latur district, or we identify the reason for malaria, occurrence of malaria in Korba district. So it should be always clear and well defined research questions. Then the entire work is going smooth. That's why when we prepare research proposal, if you want to make a good research proposal, first of all, you have to be clear in your mind that the aim of my research is this, and it is well defined questions so that you can frame whole research proposal very interestingly. And no one can deny your research proposal. Then researchers set out clearly what the research is about, what it will involve, and constant in obtaining in writing on a constant from prior to research beginning. It is one other important aspect when we want to do research. Then we have to clearly set then what research is about. तुम्हाला हे अगदी क्लिअर कट असलं पाहिजे की मला कुठल्या विषयावर मी जो हा रिसर्च करतो आहे तो ऍक्च्युअली आहे का, आणि ह्यामध्ये काय काय मी शामिल करू शकतो. सपोज अगर मी वॉटरची स्टडी करणार आहे तर मला हे कळलं पाहिजे की लातूर डिस्ट्रिक्ट मध्ये कुठे कुठे वॉटर प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत आणि त्याच्या पुढे त्याच्या मागे कोणकोणते कारक आहेत आणि त्याच्यावर माझ्याजवळ सोल्युशन आहे का, इत्यादी अनेक प्रश्न जे आहे ते आम्हाला पहिले आपल्या स्टडी मटेरियल मधनं आपल्याला सोल्युशन काढत मेन्शन केलं पाहिजे, किंवा मग आपण जो फर्दर जे आपण स्टडी करतो त्याच्यासाठी फ्रेमवर्क केलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे ऍट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट you have to frame the entire methodology for study of water scarcity of Latur district, and then go for the field work. Then third is one important aspect is the methodology is appropriate to the research question. Once we define then the question that occurrence of malaria is because of humid climate, and the methodology we use is appropriate to towards the solution of the hypothesis, positive hypothesis testing. Yes, of course, it may be negative also. But first of all, there are two methods of explanation. First, we have to mention one statement like due to humid climate, malaria is occurred. This is one, and then we studied all the phenomena of that particular reason, and finally we reached that conclusion point that because of humid climate, malaria is occurred. Another way is explanation is what की पहिले आम्ही पूर्ण स्टडी करायची, पूर्ण अध्ययन क्षेत्रामध्ये जाऊन स्टडी करायची आणि सगळ्या स्टडी केल्यानंतर एक पूर्ण जिस्ट काढायचा आणि नंतर म्हणायचं की लातूर डिस्ट्रिक्ट मध्ये पाण्याचा पुरवठा कमी असण्याचं मुख्य कारण असं आहे की डिस्ट्रीब्युशन प्रॉपर नाहीये. Lack of distribution facility is one of the important aspect of water scarcity in Latur district. So these are the two methods of explanation, that is cognitive and cognitive. The methodology should be appropriate to the research question. So if the research is into the pupils per question, the more qualitative and unstructured interview may be appropriate. जर का आपल्याला pupil oriented research करायचा आहे, या लोकांच्या परसेप्शन, लोकांच्या दृष्टिकोनातून आपल्याला कुठल्या वस्तूचा रिझल्ट पाहिजे असणार तर आपल्याला क्वालिटेटिव्ह रिसर्च करणं आणि एक अनस्ट्रक्चर इंटरव्ह्यू घेणं, इंटरव्ह्यू मेथड हे करणं खूप गरजेचं आहे. तरच आपला जो रिसर्च वर्क आहे तो फ्रूटफुल साबित होईल. If the research aim to identify the scale of problem or need, a more quantitative randomized statistical sample survey may be more appropriate. जर का आपल्याला असा काही संख्यात्मक दृष्टीने कुठला अभ्यास करायचा असला तर स्टॅटिस्टिकल सॅम्पल सर्वे आणि रँडमाइज्ड सॅम्पल सर्वे appropriate. Good research can often use a combination of methodology which complement one and another. Yes, whenever we want to get deep knowledge, we use all sort of methodology, either by using unstructured questionnaire or interview schedule or structured questionnaire, or use statistical methodology to analysis the data which we derive from the field, which we derive from the secondary sources and all that. So a good researcher is incorporate both the methodology for that. Just a minute. Hello? Hello? Huh? Huh? Hello? एक मिनट में ना कॉन्फ्रेंस में. Then the research should be carried out in an unbiased fashion. Yes, it is important. When we research, if you study the urban issues, then we have to be unbiased. We have to be unbiased. और हमको बिना किसी लपेट के हमको अपनी बात करना चाहिए. Because we are student and we have not take our recommendation on the political basis or any other basis or unbiased manner. We just say whatever we observe in our field, we just explain it clearly. So the research should be carried out in an unbiased fashion. And the pupil conducting the research should be trained in research and research knowledge. This is one of the important aspects of research proposal, making research proposal. When we make research proposal, we should have to be trained. We should have to, the researcher should be trained in research methodology or research way. Because if you don't have any idea regarding research methods and research methodology, then you cannot even analyze your data. and not even analyze the data, but you are not capable to frame your research also. So this is one of the important aspects when we prepare research proposal. Those involved in designing, conducting, analyzing, supervising the research should have a full understanding of the subject area. Yes, researcher must have a knowledge about the subject area, and when we design our research proposal, that it is very important that we have to clear-cut reason about our research topic, about our research area, and about the methodology we use for explanation, we use for framing the research proposal, and of course, we ultimately for conclusion also. In some instances, it helps if the researcher has experience of working in this area. However, this can also be a negative factor, as sometimes research benefits from the fresh eyes and ears of an outsider, which leads to these bias. ऑफकोर्स जसं आपण म्हणतो ना, जर का मी काही बनवलं आणि मीच खाल्लं तर मी केलंय म्हणून मी छान असं नसतं. हे असं असतं सायकोलॉजी, ह्युमन सायकोलॉजी. पण जर का माझ्या केलेलं कार्य दुसरं कोणी एक्झामिन करतील तर तो फ्रेश अप्रोचने एक्झामिन करेल. दॅट्स वाय द रिसर्च जो researchers benefits what is when we prepare research proposal, and when it goes to the research committee or WRC committee, then they go through the research proposal deeply and then identify the lacunas or positive or negative points of our research proposal, and that if we the negative aspect, when we conduct the negative aspect that research proposal, then it may be very unbiased, and it is helpful to study any specific problem of a specific area too. That's why making of research proposal is one of the important tasks. In other words, you can say that if you want to do PhD, then making synopsis is like a preparation of research proposal. And you already know, some of you may be doing PhD, pursuing PhD, isn't it? तुमच्यापैकी पुष्कळसे लोक PhD करत असणार असाल किंवा करत असणार. I think so. Is it okay? किती जण PhD करतात आहे? How many of you are pursuing PhD degree? Say something. Participant, say something. How many of you are pursuing PhD degree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is why if you are okay, then if you pursuing your PhD degree, then you have to be idea that if you supposed to if you write something and go to the your research supervisor, then supervisor marked red and this is wrong, you have to this one, this in this way, isn't that अरे तुम्ही हे चुकला आहात, तुम्ही इथे असं करा, तुम्ही हे असं करा, तुम्ही ते तसं करा. कारण आपण जे काम करत असतो ते आपल्याला वाटतं की आपण जे काम करतोय ते खूप छान केलेलं आहे आणि अगदी व्यवस्थित केलेलं आहे, परंतु जो एक्सपर्ट असतो त्याचा विजन काही वेगळा असतो आणि तो त्या आपल्या विजनने त्या कार्याचा अनालिसिस करतो आणि त्याच्यामुळे त्यांनी जे रेक्टिफिकेशन दिलेलं असतं त्याला आपण परत रिमूव्ह करतो आणि अगेन वी सबमिट द प्रपोजल, अगेन वी सबमिट रिटन मटेरियल टू अवर गाईड, आणि फायनली जेव्हा आपलं पूर्ण थिसिस बनून जातं तेव्हा आपल्यालाच वाटतं की वा काय छान लिहिलेलं आहे. That's why जो observation by others is an outsider is important for the improvement of ourselves. If applicable in information generated from the research will inform the policy making process. Yes. whatever the information generated by your research will inform the policy making processes. If it is usable, then it is more and more precious for, and it is worth of our researches. If we did our research for putting our PhD thesis in almaris of university, then there is no use of such kind of research. If our research is useful for the society, for the governmental planning, then it is only worth. All research should be ethical and not harmful in any way to the participants. Yes, of course, all the research should be ethical. No wrong things will copy paste, not use, not methodology, repetition methodology, or copy the topic. Sometimes it is in practice. Then अगर किसी ने लातूर जिल्ह्याच्या पाणी पुरवठाचा स्टडी केला तर नेक्स्ट म्हणेल की नाही औरंगाबाद जिल्ह्याचा पाणी पुरवठा, then again बीड जिल्ह्याचा पाणी पुरवठा. The same topic is repeated by one and all. This is a very bad practice. Then it should be ignored by each and all researchers. Then some other consideration, guideline, make sure that you have your proposal meets the criteria of the grant. If you submit your proposal for getting grant, for example, major research project or minor research project, then it should be proposed in that way that you can receive the grant, and would it be a better suited for another grant program. In your narration, address explicitly how you meet the review criteria. Don't make the review experience. Then make an argument for funding of your proposal. Of course, if we submit the major project or minor project or any one agency like ICSSR or ICMR or UGC or MHRD, then it is essential and made to argument for funding proposal. Don't just say what you will do, but why it is important to do it. What impact will your project have on the field, institution, or community? You have to mention all these things. Yes, of course. If you want to do a research, then what are the importance? What are the significance of our research? What are the use of our research for the sake of community? These are the important issue, and these are the important aspect when you give interview for seeking a research project for any funding agencies. Then strong relevant letter of support can help you make argument about the proposal significance. Yes, sometimes when we submit the research proposal, then one or two reference letter is helpful to make our voice powerful. असं म्हणतात ना, जर का अगर आपण एखाद्या ठिकाणी गेलो आणि समजा आपले गाईड बरोबर राहिले तर आपला जो वजन पडणार नाही, पण आपले गाईड जर का बरोबर राहतात तर आपल्याला तेवढा संबळ मिळतो आणि आपल्याला जे इच्छित असलं ते आपल्याला प्राप्त होतं त्या ऑफिसला. मी एक उदाहरण सांगते की एक रिसर्च स्कॉलर होता. तो एका ऑफिसमध्ये गेला आणि ऑफिसमध्ये गेल्यावर त्यांनी म्हटलं की सर, मी असा PhD स्कॉलर आहे आणि मला असा डेटा हवा आहे, मी अर्बन प्लॅनिंग वर कार्य करतो आहे. तर हु आर यू, त्यांनी समोरच्या व्यक्तीने म्हटलं हु आर यू. आता काय करणार, हु आर यू म्हटलं. म्हणजे जेव्हा आपण डाटा कलेक्शनसाठी जातो तर सगळ्यात पहिले आपलं आयडेंटिफिकेशन घेऊन गेलेलंच पाहिजे, आयडेंटिफिकेशन लेटर घेऊन गेलेलंच पाहिजे. आणि मग तिने तिकडनं त्या स्टुडंटने आपल्या गाईडला फोन केला आणि गाईडने जेव्हा त्या माणसाला म्हणजे त्या ऑफिस बेररला सांगितलं की अरे बाबा, ही अशी विद्यार्थी आहे, नांदेड विद्यापीठाची विद्यार्थी आहे, डॉक्टर राठोडच्या अंडरमध्ये हे काम करते. आणि जसं त्याने अरे राठोड सर, माझे विद्यार्थी, माझे टीचर, माझे गुरु आहे, आणि त्यांनी त्याला मदत करणं सुरू दिलं. This is the impact of your guide, of course, guide, है ना. तो this आणि द प्रॉब्लेम जेव्हा तुम्ही कुठे जाता तर आपण जे काय करतोय त्याचा काय इम्पॉर्टन्स आहे त्याला किती चांगल्या रीतीने तुम्ही समजावून सांगू शकता हे वैशिष्ट्य आहे. जितका जास्त चांगल्या पद्धतीने तुम्ही आपल्या रिसर्चचा इम्पॉर्टन्स तुम्ही एक्सप्रेस करू शकाल तेवढं तुम्हाला फायदेमंद होणार आहे. As far as the PhD is concerned, you have to be, I have already mentioned that your reason should be clear. Your aim should be clear. Your objective should be clear. Your methodology should be clear. If you are free from all biasness, then you can make your PhD thesis very, very impactful. Then talk of the program. Now let's we discuss some other things. That is, if you submitted your proposal to committee members or any other funding agency, if you submit the proposal of that, then what are the things going on? First is talk to the program officer. They are there to help. Whenever you propose your proposal, you have to be talk freely about the officers or about freely to committee. They will review a draft proposal prior to submission, and provided that if you get it into that in at least 6 weeks in advance of the grant deadline, then first of all, you have to go to the persons and request him to go through this, and when he gives you green light, then only you finalize your proposal. In that way, म्हणजे जसं आपण करतो ना, जेव्हा आपण रिसर्च प्रपोजल तयार करतो तर आपण पहिले आपल्या मनाने आपण जे लिटरेचर रिव्ह्यू वाचलेलं असतं, ऑन दॅट बेसिस वी फ्रेम our all research from all research work or our plan of work also. Then we go to our research supervisor, and research supervisor, that whatever you write, he go through your research plan, research preparation, research proposed population. Then he again you suggested something, then this is wrong and this is right, this is wrong, here you have to be changed, here you have to be changed. Then again you reframe your research plan. In that way you can finally submit your proposal to university for PhD degree. So that's why this is the rectification of guide is one other important aspect of research proposal. And each and every committee, each and every person is not perfect. That's why the need of guide is one of the important aspects. And all research should be ethical and not harmful in any way to the participant. Yes, of course. And the knowledge around appropriate information gathering techniques is another important aspect, because an understanding of research issues and understanding of research area and understanding of issues around dealing with vulnerable social care clients and housing clients, especially regarding risk of privacy, sensitivity, and possible needs for support. This is the training and the guidance and training is very important. Then assessment of research proposal. It is another aspect of research proposal. What is it? Actually, when we prepare research proposal, then we have go all through this. If you want to if you want to do this process, if you did this process, then the rejection percentage is maybe 0. So whenever you complete your research proposal, you have to assess your research proposal in your own way. And for that, what are the questions you have to be sought out from that? First, relevance. Is the research within designated priority areas? जो काही पण आपण रिसर्च केला आहे तो त्या प्रायोरिटी एरियामध्ये प्रायोरिटी एरियासाठी त्या स्टडी एरियासाठी महत्त्वाचा आहे हा प्रश्न जर का आपण विचार आणि तो का आहे ते आपण बरोबर लिहिलं आहे की नाही हे आपल्याला बघायला हवं. Then does the research addresses an important problem? Whatever the problem we take for research, it should be always in a priority of society also. It is a relevant, it should be relevant. It should be needful assessment. If it is not related with the social problems, it's not related with the community-oriented problem, it's not related with the physical problem of your area, then there is no use of such kind of researches. That's why the research, does the research address an important problem? It is one of the important questions when you assess your research proposal. Then what new information will the research produce which is not already known? It is another aspect of जेव्हा कधी पण आपण रिसर्च प्रपोजल बनवतो तेव्हा ही गोष्ट महत्वाची आहे की आपण जी काही इन्फॉर्मेशन दिलेली आहे ती इन्फॉर्मेशन पहिले कोणी दिली होती की का किंवा नाही दिली तर हे उत्तम आहे आणि जर का कोणी दिली असेल तर त्याच्यात आपण काय चेंज करून आपण मॉडिफिकेशन केलेलं आहे. जर का कोणी म्हटलं की मलेरिया ह्युमिड क्लायमेटमुळे मलेरियाचा प्रसरण होतो. जर का आपण नाही केलं की नो ह्युमिडिटी इज नॉट ओनली फॅक्टर बट टेम्परेचर इज ऑल्सो प्लेज अन इम्पॉर्टंट रोल टू distribution of occurrence of malaria, then what we did, we add the temperature along with humidity. This is our contribution. So this is another important aspect for assessment of our research proposal, is that if what new information will the researcher produce which is not already known, then how can the result be or operationalized into clinical or public health practices? What are the probable health or any economic benefit of the researches? If you want to study the malaria, then it is simple की ये हा जो आपण अध्ययन करतो आहे त्याचा काही आर्थिक लाभ मिळणार आहे का किंवा त्याचा काही या हेल्थ केअर फॅसिलिटीच्या इम्प्रूव्हमेंटवर काही फायदा होणार आहे का. अनेक प्रश्न असतात ज्याचे उत्तर आपल्याला आपल्या रिसर्च मधून सापडले गेले पाहिजे. तर आपला रिसर्च जो आहे तो आपला शोध जे प्रबंध आहे तो महत्वाचा असतो. म्हणून प्रत्येक शोधार्थीने या गोष्टीचा विचार अवश्य करावा की जे पण आपण रिसर्च टॉपिक आपण निवडतो तो ऑलवेज बी problem oriented or community oriented होना चाहिए. That's why it has an economic, social and administrative benefits of research. Then quality of protocol is another important aspect of this. How you write introduction, whether aims are framed neatly, or whether methods we use is correct or not, whether you use proper analysis, proper technology, proper analytical techniques. Whether your report is good or not, whether your report is clearly mentioned or not, whether your report is effective or not, whether you frame the graph in your reports in that. These are all the facts that you have to be mentioned, you have to be incorporated in your research proposal to improve the quality. If you did all these things in a well-organized manner, then you have no question of declining of your research proposal. Then feasibility and practicability is another important aspect of research assessment. Then one and the most important aspect that is the study lawful study ethics. Yes, it is important aspect of research because nowadays the students did, they just copied another method, another technology, other papers, just copied and paste and make the research copy. No, this is not lawful. This is a plagiarism. This is a question. Then that's why plagiarism is essential for PhD scholar, because copy paste is इतना ज़्यादा हो गया कि original का कहीं नाम निशान था. That is why plagiarism is one other important aspect, or it should be. We have to be consider all these things definitely. So these are the assessment of research proposal. When we if we make a short research proposal, then we have to be concentrate on introduction, aims, methods, sampling, and all that. And when we go to the long term, then we long term or ICSSR or HRD proposal, then we have to mention budget and cost benefit analysis and things. Now, I just give an example of a research proposal. If you want to make any topic, if you want to go to any topic, for example, if you want to study the again I say the malaria, because I did my one of my PhD scholar, one of my PhD scholar completed her PhD on malaria. That's why I all the time I remember that things. So if you want to study the malaria Karan and Nivaran with reference to Korba district, tribal area Korba district. So first of all, we identify the area, we choose the area, why we choose the Korba district. You have to be mention this. And of course, in introductory part, you have to explain the whole process of malaria, why malaria is important, why malaria is malaria and harmful one. Malaria is harmful for as health or for health. Is there any economic impact of malaria? Is there, I mean, a holistic approach of malaria you have to be given in your research proposal at first in introductory. Then you have to clearly mention the objective of your research that the study of malaria is I have to study the epidemiological study of malaria. I have to study the API of malaria. These are the specific and then I have to observe the physical factor that impact on then occurrence of malaria. So these are the simple objective we have to be framed. Then selection of area. Why you chose selection the Korba district? Because when we pre-literature survey and pre-literature survey, we found that the Korba is most malaria prone area, and this area is a very dense forested area with humid climate. That's why occurrence of malaria is more than any other part of the Chhattisgarh. That's why we choose the malaria area for the study. Yes, of course, we have one another area in our Chhattisgarh state also, that is Bastar region, which is also same, which has also same condition. But we are, because of a Naxalite problem, we cannot choose that area. So whenever you select the areas, you have to be think all these issues. And then only you have to select the area. And then give justification for that area, why you select this area. This is another important. And then study objective, you have to clearly identify the objective of your research paper. And then indicators and measurement techniques are important variables. These are another important aspect of your study. If you want to study the malaria, then you have to do the data of malaria. You have to data of temperature. You have to collect data of humidity, data of health centers, data of malaria, disease-prone malaria API index, malaria BSR index, and so many things. So if you select some subject, then you have to go deeply through the subject and each and every aspect of your research. Then can only you select the then can only you prepare a good research proposal. So if you have any questions, first of all. Sir,
डिस्कशनला द्यायचा का वेळ त्याला
काय सर
डिस्कशन साठी
हो क्वेश्चन्स डिस्कशन साठी
dear participants, this session is open for discussion. If you have any questions, you can ask. Participant: Parvati, Pramod, Sandeep, Santosh, Sarja, Baby, Digambar, Reha, Vidya.
Anyone else?
Anyone?
हॅलो
हा बोला विचारा
नाव सांगा.
विचारा.
मॅडम मी राजर्षी शाहू महाविद्यालयामधून नर्सिंग शिंदे एम.फिल स्टुडंट बोलत आहे. माझा प्रश्न असा होता मॅडम की आपल्या विषयाचं ज्या वेळेला आपण प्रपोजल बनवत असतो तर नेमकी सुरुवात कुठून करावी मॅडम?
हो दॅट्स गुड. पहिले तर मी आता जसं की मेन्शन केलं की जेव्हा पण आपण प्रपोजल बनवतो तर सगळ्यात पहिले आपल्या डोक्यात एक प्रश्न असला पाहिजे. जसं की आता जर मी तुम्हाला आता सांगितलं की लातूर जिल्हा समजा फॉर एक्झाम्पल लातूर जिल्हा घेतला तर आपल्याला आपल्या डोक्यामध्ये हे माहिती असतं की आपल्या लातूर जिल्ह्यामध्ये काय काय प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू आयडेंटिफाय द प्रॉब्लेम्स ऑफ युअर एरिया. आणि जेव्हा तुम्ही एक प्रॉब्लेम आपल्या डोक्यामध्ये फिक्स करता देन यू हॅव टू बी thought about solution. And through this process, you may frame your research design. So, research question is the basic thing. प्रत्येक रिसर्चच्या पहिले रिसर्च शोध प्रश्न असणं खूप महत्वाचं आहे. आणि त्यासाठी तुम्हाला तुमच्या अभ्यास क्षेत्रामधला किंवा तुमच्या ज्या एरियात तुम्ही राहता त्या एरियाचा पूर्ण नॉलेज असणं गरजेचं आहे. तर तुम्ही तो प्रश्न आयडेंटिफाय करू शकता. आता समजा तुम्ही एमफिल मध्ये आहात, तुम्हाला आता रिसर्च डिझर्टेशन लिहायचं असणार नाही का? तर डिझर्टेशन लिहायला तुम्ही सर्वात पहिले तुम्ही विचार करू शकता की लातूरला ऍग्रिकल्चर कसं आहे, लातूरला पाण्याचा काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे किंवा लातूर सिटीचा काही प्रॉब्लेम आहे का स्पेसिफिक. असे तुम्ही आपल्या क्षेत्रातले प्रॉब्लेम्स स्टडी करा किंवा कोणी पहिले केले असेल तर ते पण तुम्ही यू हॅव टू गॉन थ्रू दॅट. आणि त्यानंतर तुम्हाला आपला विषय हळूहळू तुम्हाला तुमचा प्रश्न उद्भवेल आणि मग तुम्ही आपल्या त्या प्रश्नाच्या प्रित्यर्थ तुम्ही आपलं रिसर्च प्रपोजल तयार करू शकता.
नेक्स्ट.
ओके थँक्यू मॅम.
समजलं की नाही? whatever I want to explain. If you satisfied?
Yes ma'am. Yes.
Anybody else? आणखी कोणाला काय आहे प्रश्न?
Hello.
Ha.
Good afternoon, everybody. My question is that while doing research proposal, many researchers find many problems, and it's quite challenging. And then we are thinking about the assessment of proposal. My humble request to you that what are the short tricks to find out our the clarity about our research proposal.
Yeah, it's very simple. If you go, if you regularly read the newspaper of your reason, you know, reading of newspaper is one of the important aspect of research. Why I say why I say that? Because the newspaper is the best source of identification of research problem of your reason. Because all the time they question out the problems in your reason. That's why you have to, it is very essential to go through the newspaper every day. And then you just pick up one of the problem and then explain it in your own way. Because you are the student of geography, then you have to choose one of that problem and what are the geographical solution for that problem. And that way you can find out the way and clarity. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Any? Okay. Yeah, very, very thanks to you. Your today's
Sir,
lecture.
मला तुम्हाला धन्यवाद द्यायचा आहे तुम्हाला की तुम्ही मला इथे बोलवलं आणि मला लेक्चर देण्यासाठी आव्हान
नाही
केलं.
हो,
मी तुमचे आभार मानते.
नाही माझे नाही. मी आमच्या महाविद्यालयाचे प्राचार्य, आमची रिसर्च कमिटी, टेक्निकल कमिटी या सर्वांच्या वतीनं तुम्ही तुमचा विलासपूर छत्तीसगड वरून आमच्याशी जॉईन झालात त्याबद्दल नामनं त्यामुळं आम्ही सर्वांच्या वतीने तुमचे आभार मानतो. आणि तुम्ही इतकं सुंदर सुंदर व्याख्यान दिलेले आहे की जे नवीन रिसर्च फेलो आहेत त्याच्यासाठी अत्यंत बेसिक नॉलेज आहे. त्यामुळं या सर्व पार्टिसिपंटच्या वतीने देखील मी परत एकदा तुमचे आभार व्यक्त करतो आणि हे सेशन इथं संपलेलं आहे असं जाहीर करतो. आणि सर्व पार्टिसिपंटला विनंती आहे की दुपारचं सेशन जे आहे आपलं तर ते 2च्या ऐवजी 1:45ला सुरुवात करायला जातात. 2च्या ऐवजी 1:45ला. तरी सर्वांनी वेळेवर उपस्थित राहावं. प्लीज कम टू राईट टाइम. ओके, थँक्स. मॅडम.
थँक्यू सर.
ओके.
एंड करू का सर?
येस बेटा. 1:45ला सुरुवात करा.
ठीक आहे सर, ठीक आहे.
ओके.